Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. A special teams miscue right off the bat. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Let's take just a second here and look big picture for Oregon State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He's in open space downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Second down, he'll throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Second down coming up.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Made a defender miss. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Speed it up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Finding open areas. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to throw, it's Lambert. Gets it out quickly. There he goes.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing, using his legs to buy some time. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Beavers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to the ground game on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. At the 45, on his way. To running room. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The give from the gun. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. On the keeper. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense a little too jumpy there.
How?
Got into the neutral zone too
No,
soon.
what the fuck?
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. It's caught. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Beavers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The defenses have some work to do to slow down these high-powered attacks as we start the second quarter. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to pass, it's Harvin. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a... Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be brought down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
And he will house it.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were as he's throwing to force a bad
Put that
pass.
again, please.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Under fire.
Good job, bro.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Scanning the field, it's Harvin. He's got the tight end. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, it's Otis. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't.
Breaks into the open. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back in motion. The give to the tailback. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Otis. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Pucks it out of the air. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Punt is on its way. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground.
Good job, bro.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
With the catch, it's Gee. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Who threw that ball?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Trying to pound their way in. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Catch inside the 30.
Bro, come on, bro. Bro, come on, bro.
Slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And they did tack on the extra point. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Harvin. Time to take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He'll keep it himself. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they're in for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Wake Forest. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or...
Bruh!
Makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet.
God damn, man, cover somebody.
Nice.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to buy time. Blasted as he lets
Oh,
it go.
be on the way, Ryan.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his tight end. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Fires left.
Bro, catch the fucking ball, man.
Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Oh my God, bro.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step
Bro, they just standing there over and over and over again, bro.
Oh, that was pure luck on that one.
Bro, they're just standing there.
I wouldn't even throw it to that nigga.
They're just standing there. They're just standing there.
That nigga awareness is just up, because I didn't even throw it to that nigga.
This is awful,
I definitely
bro.
tried to throw it short to the running back. I was like, oh shit, well I'll take it. But 3 always do that shit if
That's just awful.
if he in the area. But that wasn't going to him at all.
That was awful.
That was not going to him at all.
I switched in the guy. Yeah.
I'll take it, but
I
shit,
don't understand.
it was not going to him at all.
I don't understand the video game at all. All right, bro. Take you a minute.
All right.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Using his feet to buy time. Fires it. Complete to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to...
They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time, because again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
On the move to the right.
Man, come on, bro. Why would he?
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Why would he come back?
I don't know.
Why would he come back, bro? He was up there by.
You threw that bitch away.
He was up there by himself, bro. He was up there by himself, and he came back. Oh shit! All right. Oh, I almost called timeout.
Thought I had time.
Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You could see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Fires to the right.
Bro, let me fucking come down, dog. I've been switched to him, bro. I switched to him a long time ago, and then they let me come down after he catches the ball.
The QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Shows him the stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And some room to work. Got the first down and more. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just
block
guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Beavers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Wake Forest. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking
I didn't even fucking do nothing but keep trying to go get the ball,
bro. Gotta give this
bro.
defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
To the air, it's Harvin. Pulls it in, it's Cantrell. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice.
It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. I mean, seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver at quarterback to be scouting, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
What the fuck did I just happen? What the fuck just happened?
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Gets it out fast. Got room at the 35. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, they go back up top.
Yeah, good.
And they dialed up a shot play, but
They
they
hurried
couldn't
me.
make the connection.
He's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like anytime the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time.
Yeah, motherfucker!
A costly turnover in a tie game.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Harvin. Safe completion on the screen.
Fuck.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important.
Eyes.
Make him chase me to the
Out on the
side.
perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. Influence. Influence, my boy. Whoop his ass, Bradley.
Hard in the backfield. It's Cantrell. He'll step
Should've
out
went
of
inside
bounds
of him.
just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, going to the air.
Oh, you serious?
Incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no
Sheesh.
This is a hostile environment, and you know
It's-
you're gonna
I'm
be
at the
getting
crib,
the
bro.
opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be
He
ready
throwing
to
that
bring
shit
it
to the
today.
flat.
And the
Fuck.
hardest thing to do in college football is to go
Fuck.
on the road.
And why is everybody running full speed the wrong way,
They
dog?
get him down at the 30.
Get the
Kids.
fuck out of here, bro.
15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He has the first and still on his feet. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. They'll give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Beavers have it with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal.
Come on, switch. Oh, fuck. Well, forced the L anyway.
Wow. That's tough, man.
Damn, my quarterback had 5 touchdowns. He went crazy. But in true, whatever. Going back to work.